Hey guys, Brandon here with Texas Plinking. I've got a video on a rifle that you guys have been requesting a ton on Instagram because I usually show stuff off on Instagram before they make it to YouTube. So shameless plug, follow me there. Real quick, just to set it up though, I love the Knights Armament M110 or the SR25, the real Knights Armament. But I don't have approximately like $100 million like laying around to buy one. So this was kind of my balling on the budget oriented build, which you guys seem to like those. Sort of like my Mark 12 build. That's not really a Mark 12 if you know what I mean. I wanted to do that with a bigger bore, so we went 308. And you know what? We'll dive into it a little bit more, talk about the donor rifle, but I have not shot one shot with this thing. Let's see if it runs. I got 5 rounds and some silly targets. Haven't even sighted it in, but I don't think I'll need to for this range. Let's try it out. Whew. I'll tell you right now though, that feels darn good. I'll be honest, I kind of want to make the talking portion pretty brief because I just want to get more trigger time with it. You guys have seen all the rounds so far. You guys may have caught that it didn't lock back on that last shot there, and I will forgive that because I need to tune this thing's gas system because I do want to run it suppressed, and it does come with an adjustable gas system, which is pretty cool. Let's just go back to the very first part. What is this rifle? Well, you cannot necessarily buy it how you see it, but you can get it to where it is now very, very easily. At its core, it is a PSA or a Palmetto State Armory PA-10. It's an AR-10, but this is of their Gen 3 now. A couple of things have changed with the Gen 3. Notably though, for sure, is the adjustable gas system. So an adjustable gas system is really, really cool. If you're shooting unsuppressed, you could tune it to where the recoil impulse is at its best. It's less abusive on the gun, yada, yada. But the biggest part about it is if you want to suppress it, most AR-10s are not happy when they're suppressed if they have a fixed gas system or a fixed gas block. This one being adjustable, we can tune it for suppression, so we might try that out later today as well. Just with an Allen key here, I think there's 5 points and it clicks to adjust. Really, really cool. So we'll try that out. But that is what it is at its core, a Palmetto State PA-10. These things, MSRP for a little over $1,000, but that's MSRP. Street price, they're about 900 bucks. So for that money, that's a complete gun. You get a 15-inch free float handguard. I ditched that and ran with a 12-inch quad rail. I'll be completely honest, I went balling on a budget here. It looks cool. It's kind of a piece of crap. The bipod barely mounted on there. Night vision clip-ons aren't really compatible. It looks cool, looks the part, but long-term, I'm probably gonna wanna swap it out for actual Knights Armament quad rail. Anywho, I don't even have a link to buy one of these. It was like one of those like no-name websites. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. Anyway, put that on there. Magpul grip, Magpul stock. This is the ACS stock. Back to the PSA, it's an 18-inch barrel, stainless steel. And the trigger, that's one thing I gotta note. I actually bought a trigger for this thing and don't need it because this one's unbelievable. It's a 2-stage, 2.5 pound first stage, 2 pound to break. That's a very nice trigger. That's a great recipe. And as it goes, it feels very good and is only gonna get better, I'm sure, as my LaRue triggers typically do. So that's awesome. AAC muzzle brake, so I can run a suppressor like we're gonna do later. And it all is black, except of course the Magpul furniture. I took it to a local place here in Austin. I think it was ATX Armory. I have to check again. And paid them to do the Cerakote. And this, I forgot what they call it, Magpul, I think. But let's just shoot fast pace, blow some stuff up just for fun, up close a little bit, and get a feel for it. But later on, I will certainly do a full out video with it suppressed, just doing some long range shooting and some grouping, and we'll see what it does. I got 5 shots. Let's try it suppressed. Maybe it's just gonna run well now. Runs perfect. This is the Vortex Viper PST Gen 2, and it's now available with the 2-10x32. My first nice scope I ever owned was the Gen 1 of the 2.5-10. This 210, I love it. All right, try not to get stung by a bee here. So, geez. We shot these monitors already on the previous video with the 58E Desert Eagle. But we're gonna try to shoot them again. I think they're kind of clean enough, and I think I just want to destroy them. So real quickly, and this is actually pretty applicable to talk about, I want to thank our video sponsor, which is Big Daddy Unlimited. A couple of videos back, I made a parody of all the gun YouTubers, so I mentioned it there. If you guys are unfamiliar, or you are, hear me out on this. Big Daddy Unlimited is really, really cool. It's a platform to where you guys can buy stuff for under fair online retail pricing, which is already cheaper than MSRP. And you get that by paying way of a membership due, which is 99 cents for the first month. If you click the link in the description, past that, it's $10 a month, and you will save that in just a couple accessories alone. I mentioned that because I forgot to mention the Atlas bipod, which kind of completes this whole thing. My favorite bipod ever. They're a little on the pricey side, but I do love these things so much. And then I actually forgot to mention, I put on one of these Ambi, who makes this? Radian Raptor charging handles on mine, which just makes just manipulating that so much better. But for firearms and firearm accessories, you guys can check that out on Big Daddy Unlimited. Again, don't pay MSRP and definitely don't pay fair retail price. Pay the BDU pricing. And again, if you guys want to check that out, link in the description so you guys get your first month, 99 cents. If you want to stick around, 10 bucks. That ain't too bad. Just going right through them. Man, it's just cooking right through them. Wow. That sounds cool, man. Just a suppressed AR-10. I don't know if you guys can hear it. You know, a lot of times you guys comment about like gun sounds in real life, and sometimes just because the audio just peaks on the mic. Usually when it's suppressed, you can hear a little bit more of that metal ching sound. On the Scar 16, you certainly can. That sounds awesome. But something about a suppressed 308, man. Oh, they're just awesome. Really, really cool. Man, let's get immature for a second, guys. That looks pretty darn cool, I gotta say. That'd be a cool dedicated hog hunting gun, especially because it could run suppressed so reliably. Wow. That is so much fun, man. All right, guys, I apologize. It is a short video on it, but I just wanted to get a little teaser out there and a little taste for myself even before we sight it in and do long range stuff. But on a separate day, on a separate video, not too long from now, I will dial it in with some match ammo at 100 yards. We'll get our zero. We'll stretch it out to a little bit further range, and then before long, I'm going to try to shoot a mile again. I don't know with this, but I'm going to go back to the long range in Creston, Texas, and we're going to try that again. But in the meantime, I could get just under 700 yards, and we're going to try that with this very soon here. But like I said, I just wanted to blast around with it today, just kind of get a feel for it. And it is so cool, man. Again, that's a Palmetto State PA-10 for under $1,000. And for that, you get a completed gun, 15-inch handguard, free-floated, 18-inch stainless steel barrel, 1 in 10 twist. You've got a match trigger, everything about it, and an adjustable gas block. So I'm really blown away with it. And I would love to put a link in the description to where you guys can buy one, but YouTube will not let me do that. So what we can do, I will put this exact same video on Facebook, and on Facebook I can link to where you could buy this gun. So in the description of this video, I will link to my Facebook video. So take that for what you will. If you guys want to build one out just like this. It is a balling on the budget one that still has some money into it, but nowhere near Knight's Armament or one of those high dollar AR-10s. But man, it shoots really, really great. So I like to prove that on paper and at some long range. But in the meantime, we got some high winds, as I'm sure you guys are hearing, and we just want to have a little bit of fun. So that does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, check out Big Daddy Unlimited, link in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.